welcome back, guys. Episode 6 of Home. We've made some pretty massive discoveries. We've been trying to figure out exactly what happened to Rachel, what happened to Norman, what happened to all of our friends who are now dead, and what's really been going on, and if I, the character, am a psycho murder killer. So, without further ado, let's go back down in the basement. What a nice, quaint little basement we got here. If I was guilty, I would take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Why did you have to be so, nonchalant about... if I were guilty, I would just, kill myself. Took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. Oh, that's depressing. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Did I pick it up again? Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, I picked it up. It was like I was carrying an anvil, but I wouldn't let it go. Not again. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I had already seen too much. I needed to put an end to this situation one way or another. What do you mean by that, dude? Oh, man. I think this is the end. That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. But I had the gun again. And the knife. This wasn't the only way to end this. I knew. But did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? You know what? Not yet. I might have been able to use this one of those instead. Like mail, I've been there for a while. I'm gonna take one more look around. I think this might be it, guys. This might be the story. We might be ending it. This might be all. This might be the shortest episode of anything ever. I might just have to tack this on to the other episode. We'll see. Just thinking about things like that made me sick with grief. 'Cause he bought that TV and it's totally pointless, I guess. Damn this town. We only wanted a nice place to settle down, not this madness. Whatever this madness is. Oh, I never opened the safe. I really want to find the safe combination. Maybe that was in one of the rooms previously in the game. Or maybe it's upstairs or something. Maybe it's somewhere I haven't looked yet. Never know the mirror came to be broken. Why was it? Was it Rachel Sicilian or by Rachel herself? The thought lingered and would haunt me forever. That's unfortunate. Made up my mind. Like, dude, seriously. There was a yellow sticky note with an 8-digit code on it. 4R3UHER3. Of course I took it. The code looked like it might be for the safe. What kind of phrase was that? I guess we're going to get another answer here, guys. I'm glad to say I found that. Let's head down. Was the safe in here? Did you hear that? Totally heard something. I tried to open it for sure. Code worked. I pulled open a small safe door and peered inside. There was a photo in there of Rachel and I when we had first moved to the town. In it, we were smiling outside the front of the house, which looked like a real mess. We looked happy, though. Odd. I couldn't remember who took that photo. Inside the safe was also an envelope. Got a feeling that Norman took that fucking picture. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was a good time as any to see what was inside. Did I open the envelope to read what was inside? Nah. I tore open the envelope and removed the yellow lined paper inside. On it was a letter written in a hand that looked familiar. The letter read, "I know this whole event has probably been pretty difficult. Can't imagine how hard it has been for me, too. Well, maybe you can. That isn't meant to be an excuse, but, well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like such a dream, a quiet place to get established, to live out our lives, and to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly changed. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into that world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all. But it took all this to make you realize. In the end, though, you may never forgive me for this. You may never forgive yourself. But this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm sorry it had to happen this way. Rachel. Oh, man. So it was Rachel. All of this. Was it Rachel? Was that Rachel leaving him? Or was that Rachel admitting to doing all this horrible shit? Because I feel like that might be what it is. But either way, guys, I think this is it. Holy shit. That was pretty heavy. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house any moment longer. I'm gonna get in that knife. Only way to end this, I knew. I did say goodbye to that shit forever. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and it helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. Why would drinking help? That probably made it worse. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was the final act of long-standing horror I had been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. Even the man I had found in that old place was a mystery. Why was he dead, or who had done it to him, was not something I could even begin to understand. Or why, for that matter, I was in that damn room in the first place. After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I'd watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was that? Who was it that was attacked? I'd found the contents of my wallet scattered throughout the town. Why the hell had I been out there? Had my sleepwalking gone to some new extreme? The thought that I couldn't account for where my whereabouts, what I knew I had to be. I had been to that forest and even Norman's place. Well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I had recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought, that would cover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for all this. Deep within those woods, though, was where things became truly awful. Finding the notebook only made things worse. Rachel's name had been on that list, so what terrible plot was she a part of? There was a similar list of names on that desk back of those tunnels. What was the connection? It was clear, at least, that Norman had been going back to the old plant. Maybe he was the one who had boarded up that locker room, who had been drinking up there in that secret hiding place. Not me, with the drinking problem. So, had he killed that guard then? He must have. Maybe he was found out. Or that guard had caught him on patrol. Damn it, Norman, why? After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. Well, I found were more horrors and more questions than I'd really consider it. That's when I should have seen it coming. Damn, Norman. How did you get mixed up in all this? I knew you weren't a perfect man. None of us are. But you didn't deserve this. Maybe whoever done this to you was responsible for the other murders that happened in that town. At the very least, I was convinced you and Rachel were killed by the same person. I sincerely hope you'd find some peace, my friend. I knew I never would. When I had marched through this brain towards home, I just desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, our house used to feel so lively and so warm, but coming into the kitchen I felt only a cold, empty tension. Every terrible thought I had up to this point was suddenly a possibility, but nothing could have prepared me. My wife, dead, ruined, discarded. Rachel's death was a terrible mystery to me, one that would haunt me forever unless I did something about it. For what solace can a man take of the death of his wife? What comfort can be offered? Rachel had been taken from me, and I might never know why. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, rather that I should run. 'Cause I'm a murderer. Holy shit. Wow. Well, I mean, that was pretty fucking heavy. So from what I gathered, is I'm assuming that Rachel had a pretty big part in this. So it was either Rachel or it was me, because it couldn't have been Norman. Norman was murdered. So it had to have been Rachel or me. Why was there a list of girls' names? Maybe that was... Who knows? But this is the end. I've got to say, that was quite the... This is quite the story, actually. That was really cool. I don't feel like I concluded much. I don't feel like I got as many answers as I wanted to. But that was still good. That was still very good. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being a part of this unique horror adventure by Benjamin Rivers. I hope you go out and try it out. I know there's probably different variations, different stories, different answers you can get that I didn't. I've been joined by my friend. So anyway, I'll see you in the next episode. No, I won't. I'll see you in the next game that I play, or the next game that the group plays, or the next podcast. I don't know what's happening. I have no schedule. So anyway, I'll see you in the next thing. Thank you for watching.